Hello. Hi, Nemo. Good afternoon, everybody. There, how's it going? We're doing more stickers. Still. We're continuing the stickers that I was doing the other day. That we're doing for PK. Going good, good. Glad to hear. Get some music on. What do you call me? Oh my god, Kazoo! How have you been? It's been a fucking forever. My goodness. Lovely to see you. Hope things are doing well. Good news regarding Japanese. Oh, you doing well in your lessons? Okay. I still need to do the shading for this one. So let me grab this color, dark blue. Let's make a new layer here. This. I've progressed to the point where I am in the part most people quit, so it's getting harder. Yay! Hand tracker. Yes, I am trying to brush my hair on my face. It's been a while. I had a brain injury 5 months ago, so I haven't been present pretty much anywhere. Currently just doing schoolwork. What the fuck? Okay. The instinct is to go, are you okay? But, I mean, you had a brain injury, so probably not. But, Jesus. Wow. Good lord. That's quite... Jeez, yeah, that's quite the thing. Yeah, no wonder you've been a bit distant, but I hope it's doing better. Guessing you got like treatment for it or something. Because holy hell. That is not the can come out a bit further than that. Getting better, surely lots of appointments at this point, nothing too major. Okay, well, I'm glad that you're improving then. Good lord, that must have been awful. It's probably still not great. My goodness. You have my sympathies, friend. I hope you continue on your road to recovery. This is going to be like a harder edged shadow because it's the shadow of the arm. There's a shade in there. You can see that there's a bit missing there. Wow. Yes, I literally cannot remember the last time we spoke. I'm trying to remember. Brighton, no, I had a lot of downtime, so I started teaching myself music theory and upgraded to a drawing monitor. Ayo, nice! Ooh. Yeah, that was probably the last time we spoke, was when you were talking about DJing and stuff. Been getting into music? That's pretty nice. How are you finding the drawing monitor? I don't have one. Even I don't have one of those. I still just have a pen tablet. A little bit of shadow here, but that's probably going to be a soft edge shadow. That's going to be dark there. A little bit of soft here. Well, I once again need to put my gloves on, or at least a glove on my drawing hand. It's so much better than the tablet. It's easy to see where you're at. I guess I'm just so used to it. I literally don't think about it. I've been drawing in this way for probably like, God, when did I get my first drawing tablet? I don't know. Was I like 15? I had one in college, so at least 15. At least 15 years. So it's just what I'm used to. Just used to the coordination. It was very funny. One time I was playing a kind of like a Pictionary-esque game with my family. But it had like different challenges, and one of the challenges was to draw blind, so you had to draw and keep your eyes closed. And I drew. It was like fish or something. It was something simple. It was like just draw a fish, and I drew it near perfectly. And my brother was like, "That is bullshit. How did you do that? You were clearly cheating." And I was like, "I spend most of my day drawing while not looking at the surface I'm drawing on. My brother's just a bad loser. He always has been. Weirdly specific but useful skill. Is this the one that plays FIFA? Yes. 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 I only have one brother. Yes. Yes, this is my brother who plays FIFA. I am begging to play any other game. Although, admittedly, he probably hasn't had a lot of time to play FIFA since he became a father. What? Multiply. 35 is about the number I've been using. Okay, I think after coming back to this after a day, there is one thing I think I am going to tweak here on the lines. To match the sketch a bit more if I can. Lines. Hello, Hope! Where's the thing I sent? How you doing, sweetie? I'm doing well. How are you? You finished with classes today? Drink some tea. There was a Japanese exam. Oh, you had an exam today. How do you feel it went? How do you feel it went? Hey, Blue streaming. Let's message her. Do not disturb notifications. Okay, so in the sketch, and you can kind of see here, I had this curve slightly more sharply, and I think I prefer that. So I can just like move this down a little bit, so we kind of have like a more of a sharper, just like that. Just a little bit like that, I think. I think that is nice. Okay. Just making a little tweak. Best time to send a streamer DMs. It's not even that. I don't mean it DM. I mean the usual suspects of my family. You'd think after 2 years they would know my stream schedule, and then they get annoyed at me. You don't respond to my messages. Yeah, I was working. Ah! I think my family just get annoyed at me because I'm not talkative, shall we say. I get on perfectly fine with my family. I just don't have a lot to talk about. Which they seem to interpret as I don't like you, and it's like, I do like you, I just don't have anything to talk about. I'm sorry that you take offense to that. I don't mean to. I don't mean to be that way. Still waiting on that ADHD diagnosis. Pretty easy. I would have taken full points. I mean, I wouldn't have. Nemo probably would have. I wouldn't have. I failed the question you told me. Hardest part is the hiragana table. Well, that's the thing. I would fail because I don't know any writing. I don't know any writing. So if I'm taking an exam, a written exam, I would fail immediately. I would get every question wrong because I can't read. Hi, Growlith! That reminds me, I finally emailed my GP and uploaded my passport to the ADHD clinic. First aider now, of course, I'm done. Hey! Congrats, Stas! Congrats. There's always one person in the friend group who is a first aider. There's always one. There we go. Right, I'm done with that one. Happy with the shading. Let me turn off the sketch layer. I think you could be blurred a bit more. Trying to learn smooth edges versus hard edges when it comes to shading. What? So ADHD randomly was saying Adderall isn't a thing in England. Is that actually true? I would say yes. I can't say I've ever seen it, and I've never known anyone to be on it. We probably have something different. But I am in no means qualified to really answer that question. I wonder how I would do on the hiragana test as I learned the typing way, not the written way. Interesting. This group sure hope that at least one of us. Good. Yeah, it's needed. Our first day, we probably need to update it. Fair enough. I did in high school because I figured it would be good to apply for nursing. Yes, that probably would help. I feel like a basic first aid qualification is a good place to start if you want to apply for nursing. This actually looks a little odd now, so I'm going to change it. This here looks a little bit on the odd side. Okay, let's go with that. Let's go with that, and we'll start another one. I'm making such a concerted effort to stay on top of my layer naming in this file. There's going to be a lot going on. I believe Adderall is a brand. Oh, that makes loads more sense. Maybe, but we don't have some meds in the US users. There are some meds in the US users we don't. Fair enough. It didn't. They don't check for that. They just want me to pass a simple math test. What? If I ever pass out near you, just know that a CPR by you would get rid of everything. Excuse me? I'm a married woman. Are you flirting with me? What is this? I just checked. It seems to be a brand of 2 combined medications, and we don't tend to mix them here most of the time, so we do not. It's interesting. It's also used for narcolepsy. Oh, weird. First day people were convinced it wasn't my first time. Right. Coming back to the sketch of this, I can already kind of tell I'm going to change a little bit, which is mainly, I think this kind of needs to come... This is, like, sort of in the right position, but not quite. It's amazing what taking a couple of days break and then coming back and you look at something with fresh eyes. It's potentially a little bit better. I could be a wife. You are a wife, that's true. We just watched a clip about this. Mm-hmm. I have many wives, but only one husband. Technically not mixed, it's two variations of amphetamine, and... Oh god. Dextroamphetamine. Big words. Yes, you made the clip. This feels like that freaking bit that they did on that Beastars Abridged. And they were parodying Legoshi and Haru. Are we dating? Yes! Oh my god, yes! How is this a question? Yes, we're dating, you stupid, dumb fucking dog! She must pay the wife tax. Come get your smooches. Who said I couldn't keep you and had to share? It was a ploy to keep for herself. You're next. Come here. Me when I get you.
That's so mean!
Oh, God. Take your medication, chat. Thank you for the sensu bean. Take your medication. I'm hopeless. Take your medication. Thank you for the sensu bean. I'm gonna twist this over, I think, in order to get this. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, our lovely darling Besso had some good news today. They're a homeowner. Wonderful news for Besso today. What's the name of a critter that basically joins a harem to get access to the other wives? I don't know, but there's probably an anime for it. Is it the cuttlefish? I don't know. I don't know enough about cuttlefish. You could be a cuddlefish. I mean, I don't know this. It's often a smarter male that pretends to be female, and the female males like smarter males. So I feel like I have read that somewhere, but I don't remember if it was cuttlefish. Evidently, it must have been. I didn't. I remember the trivia about the like info, but I didn't remember the animal. There was like an artist back when I was on DeviantArt in the early 2000s. There was like an artist that just did like an art series that was just like animals and their different gender identities, and I vaguely remember that they did one that was like, oh, the one pretends to be female to get past the other males. It might have been the cuttlefish. I think I know the artist you mean. I believe they were called Humon, if they still go by that name. It's weird that I remember that. They did a comic series called Scandinavia and the World. The problem is I ain't pretending. That's true. Yeah, I remembered. And they have a website. They have a website. And they do loads of different art things. But they did animal lives. This is why I couldn't remember the animal, because they drew them as people to sort of help explain it, basically. But yeah, they did all these different pictures to sort of explain how the like different animals have a different family. Yeah, this is the picture. I remember it. I remember this was the picture. But there you go. I forgot that it was a cuttlefish. But yeah, this was the picture. Explaining that it was the. It's a secret. There you go. Her DeviantArt going down the AI rabbit hole and forcing people to use a launch with the AI or something. Not sure how true that is. I don't use DeviantArt. I stopped using DeviantArt a long time ago because they started letting AI in. And we were like, nah. Lots of people abandoned DeviantArt and we're just like, nah, chief. We ain't having that. There is a drawing for the spotted hyena. I'm not going to show it. We all know it. Good for her. Good for her. What a queen. I was thinking of this comic when I said the fact, yeah. I'll have to try to remember after stream. I should see if Human is on other social medias. I'm sure they are because I don't use DeviantArt anymore, but I liked reading their comics and seeing their art. So I should see what other sites they use, because I really liked reading their stuff. Oh, Silver. You remember Silver, Kazoo? Silver. My internet died for a moment. What did I miss? Nothing much, just me sort of thinking out loud that I should see if Human is on other websites, because I haven't seen anything of them since I left DeviantArt, so I should see if they're on other platforms, which they probably are. Motarses are these days. But yeah. I liked reading their Scandinavia and the World comics. They just had little guys that represented all of the Scandinavian countries. Who was the one who always had the knife? Was it Finland? Was Finland the one who had the knife? That's the same person, yeah! That's the same person. Yeah, it was Finland. I enjoyed that comic too. Yeah, it was good. There you go. I'm amazed to unearth this artist that apparently a bunch of us did know. Yeah, Human. Basically human, but it's an O instead of an A. Human Comics. Yeah, they had Scandinavia in the World. Oh my god, yes. I just looked at the characters and I remember them all. Oh my god. That's great. Met them at a con once? Awesome. That's awesome. I'm gonna be going and examining this later. Wow. What's that? Is that supposed to be a threat? Imagine. Yeah. Silver was the best aside from Aqua. The volcano was my favourite part. The volcano was good. I loved Aqua and Silver. I don't know which one I liked more. It's very hard. Very hard for me. Hard for me, because I like them all for different reasons. I love the aesthetic of both of them. Umbra was okay. I didn't vibe with Umbra as much because I'm not a sci-fi girly. I really liked Somna, and I think that was made abundantly clear. I really liked Somna. But that's because Somna was like peak aesthetic for me. Freaking love stars. Stars and dreams. Peak. Literally had a character made for it already. When they revealed it, I was like, oh, sick, I don't have to do anything. I already have a character that fits this theme. You know, basically is not anti-air, you're fine, he bombs the fuck out of me. That's true. Me just being like, nope. Bye-bye. I think we've all said it like 500 times, but if they added him into Wilds, they need to not tell people. Which they won't, because marketing, but they shouldn't. You are late, Core, good lord. Hello. You're an hour late! Did you sleep in, or were you just on your way to work? I like the giant chess pieces in the sky in the meetup world. I have a photo of me, hang on, that is so peak. I have a photo of me that is so peak from Somna. Virality Somna. Because in the meetup world, there was a little tower that had an anti-gravity thing in it. So, of course, I went feral taking photos in this little anti-gravity, like, section. I love this photo. I love this photo. Ah. I love this photo. Hi, Jay. How's it going? I love this photo so much. As you can see, my avatar's had a bit of an upgrade since we last saw one another. Throws rocket armor to a Kirok. No! No! Yeah, I took loads of photos in it. I've got loads of photos. I took ones in me in different poses, with and without backgrounds. Someone stuck their sticker behind me and I didn't notice at the time. But yeah, there was an anti-gravity tube, so I just took loads of photos of me just, like, in this anti-gravity thing. Flying. It was amazing. Someone took some candids of me in the club. I wasn't paying attention. And then I have another candid of Kika, who was my star baby. There's me at the intro. Was this before or after? Me and Sam? Me and Sam had a great time at Somna. I want to give VR. Just be patient, you'll get it eventually. Wait, when the Steam frame comes out, you may be able to get, like, a quest or something secondhand, because when that comes out, a decent amount of people are probably going to get one, and they might sell off their old headsets. So keep an eye on the secondhand market. Did we get a chance to meet up at Somna? No, I did not see you at Somna at all. I think we just completely missed one another. I'm trying to find the one of Keek. I've got so many Somna photos, I'm struggling to find the one of Keek. I got photos from meetups that I went to. Photos of the fireworks display. Photos of me in front of the fireworks display. There's one of Kika from the back. Oh, the shooting star at the end of the fireworks display. So pretty. Me and Max looking at the fireworks display. Oh, look at all these beads. Oh my god. God. Photos of Whisper's performance. This is me, a couple of friends I met at Somna, because they made a fishing instance for Somna. So you had to be a part of Somna to go to the instance. Me, Max, and a couple of other people as well at the fireworks. I'm still trying to find that one photo of Kika. I don't know where it's gone. There it is! Baby! Candid photo, my baby. She looks so worried all the time. I'm buying a Steve frame the day it comes out. Have they announced a price yet? I still haven't seen if there is a price. I need to graduate and have most of the things I own. Most of the things I own. VR is one of them. It'll come with time. Look, both of my VR headsets are secondhand. I have never been able to afford a brand new headset. It's really funny how we've talked before in the past about how my dad probably also is on the ADHD spectrum, but like he wanted a VR headset. We all chipped in as a family to get one, and he had a decent time with it. This was an Oculus Rift S that we got, which at the time was like new. At the time, that was new. We all chipped in.
Roses are red, I love blue, I'm freezing my ass off. How about you?
Hello, Den! Hello, lovely! Have you not got the heating on at work? I'm actually pretty cozy, because I have the benefit of working from home. I have to give you a cuddle so that you can warm up. There we go, it stopped. I've heard people say prices all over the place. Someone said 1,200, someone who said 800. Oof. I reckon it's going to be over 1,000. I feel like 1,000 is like the minimum it's going to be, but it will probably be higher than that. But yeah, and then after 2 years, he was just like the interest had just waned, like fully just ADHD'd of like, I'm bored of this now. And that was, funny enough, when I started getting into it, because I would go and visit and I'd be like, oh, I'm going to have a go at Dad's VR headset and have a go on VR chat. And wow, look at all these neat people I've met. And I would just constantly play it. So for my birthday, after that, he basically re-gifted it to me, but I didn't mind. He was like, here you go. I feel bad because I never use it and you use it all the time, so you can have it. So I was like, oh, cool, yay. And then a couple of years later, when I was like, man, this thing is getting really old, I could do with an upgrade, my good friend had a headset for sale. And literally we were just chatting in VR, and they were like, I got stuff that I need to get rid of. I still have this Quest 2 that I need to sell. And I was like, hey, I need it. I'm looking for a headset. How much? Because we're both... because they're in Wales and I'm in England. So I was like, hey, yo, there you go. That's going to be better than having to ship to America or something. And we literally shook hands in VR when they named a price. I was like, deal. Shake hands. So yeah, both of my headsets have been secondhand. We technically still have the Rift S, but it's even older now. It is so clunky. And I don't think it appreciated me kneeing myself in the face once. That probably didn't help while I was wearing the headset. First one was 1,000, so it'll probably be comparable. Yeah. How old is the Steam VR headset now? Careful, Den. Apparently, Lou's looking to collect more wives than she already has. Den's already a wife. Den's already a wife. 6 years? Jesus. That's hard to judge then, yeah. 6 years, but then, the way technology improves, inflation. So yeah, I'd say 1,000 is going to be the minimum. I don't think it'll be 1,000. 1,000 is probably the minimum it'll be. Washing machine is currently trying to take off. She's already a wife, you fool! I know Den is a wife. I'm warning her the group may grow. Secret wife club activities. First rule of wife club is we always talk about wife club. Have you watched Bob's Fridge from the Distractable podcast? I have not. No, I have not. I do not know what you are referring to. I just realised I had this curve inwards when usually they curve outwards. Woo!
By the way, how about a Secret Santa thing this year?
Tempting. We would definitely have to set a price cap to stop people from going crazy. We've never done a Secret Santa in the friend group. That could be fun. And we could exchange at friend Christmas. That gives people about a month. You could throw it out to the group. We'd have to use some sort of like random number generator thing or something to assign people. That would exclude the people not coming. That's true. That's true. Well, so for people, the thing is that for people who aren't coming, it means that you'd probably have to get them something digital. Which means they would know who sent it. Or can you send things anonymously on Steam? I've never needed to. Put out a post. We can ask. We used to do gifts. We did used to do gifts, like buying games for one another. And then Spook kind of put out a post. It was ironically, it was around the time we bought the flat, just kind of being like, "Hey, we're all adults here, and we're all trying to save money. We don't mind if people just want to skip on giving gifts." And everybody kind of just like nodded their head and went, "Yeah, we're trying to save money. It's a bit expensive." So we just kind of stopped, which is why I'm like, price cap. £20? You can't buy shit for 20 pence. You can't even buy a Freddo for 20 pence anymore. The economy is in shambles. What we've done in the past is we've all said £10, etc. There's 6 of us, so doing that we get ourselves a £60 gift. Yeah, that was the suggestion that Spook said. Of instead of having 6 people buy 6 things that are 10 quid, basically just it was like having a price pool, but not bothering with the whole exchanging money of like, there's no point in me giving you 10 quid for you to then give me 10 quid, so I will just buy something for myself on your behalf, was what we did once as well. We did that one year. We've tried a bunch of different things. Because some people you kind of just can't, especially the way shipping is at the moment. Good lord, shipping to other countries at the moment is not great. So it's always digital gifts. I like the idea though. We should definitely ask. I cannot give Joel anything from Steam. See, there's all these weird loopholes, which is the problem. International shipping sucks. Buys a set of Armello dice for 10 cents. You could buy 2. Go crazy. We're going to have physical Armello dice. I'm excited for that. Because like 7 months ago, we backed the Armello board game. So we're going to have physical Armello dice. I don't know when. That's still in development. Is Stanley going to have physical stompy iron dice? I don't remember if that was one of the stretch goals. I don't remember if metal dice was one of the stretch goals or if it's just acrylic. I think it might just be acrylic. Wonderful. I'm now checking for when the Armello was last updated. Oh, I've just realised. Tick. Got it. There's a couple of Kickstarters I hadn't marked as received. There we go. Marked as received. What are we getting in the game? The board game, dice sets. Yeah, I think they're just acrylic. Just the acrylic dice. They didn't do metal. They look nice. They're marbled. The four clan colors. The four base game clan colors. They have gold icons on them. They look pretty. Maybe they'll do metal dice in the future. Gotta grab my DoorDash. Ooh, food. Tummy ouch again, gonna lay down in bed and watch stream on tablet. Enjoy. I hope you feel better. Have a little sneepy. Where's the clover? Let's grab this. Work smarter, not harder. Correct. Adjust line width. Okay. Anyway, today isn't going smoothly at work, which is why I'm late. Lots of stuff either not working or misplaced. Oof. Sorry to hear that, Cool. Hope it gets worked out. We get back to work. I love your face. I love you, Dan. See you tonight? Question mark. Yeah, hell yeah. Let's go.
By the way, Core, at the last Secret Wives Club meeting it was unanimously decided that you smell. Ha ha.
That's true. That's true. I'm afraid that's true. I like catch these. I don't know. Hand track's not good enough. It's true. It's true, Core. It's a true fact. Stinky. So move that up because it needs to be in line with his lower jaw, but I think actually potentially the lower jaw is a little too narrow, especially in comparison to the other ones. So I think they do both need to be moved down. This needs to be wider. Kind of more like that. Okay, bye. Love you. See what happens when I'm nice to Dan. So mean. Sorry, you're just stinky. Uh-oh, stinky. Love when the smoothing just decides not to smooth. If I heard correct in the grapevine, it was either stinky category or public executions. I think you went out there. Death. Had some lesser ouchy pills and I'm in bed. Good. Rest up. Rest up. Nothing to do with me. This is the policy by the wives. No power for my NBS. Come have a go if you think you're hard enough. Welcome back, Kazoo. What did you have to eat? What is on the menu? I need to eat, but cannot be bothered with cooking. Cheese sandwich it is! I need water. I've already finished my tea. I'm glad I'm not a member of the Wives Club, as it has no power over me, and as such its rulings are meaningless. That's what you think. What a burger for breakfast. Honey butter chicken, biscuit, and biscuits and gravy. Ah, the American kind. Right. Have no bread. Dang it. Guess you just gotta eat cheese. Cheese between two pieces of cheese. Yeah, like the good old toast sandwich. Just a cheese. Just eat cheese. Huh? Get on a boat, walk. Get the fuck out of there. Fuck off to Azkaban. I'm almost halfway. You shall not fuck with me. Boromir's an asshole. Fellows of the Fellowship doing what they do best. Sad bird noises. Mm. 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 Instructions unclear, crisps and sweets for lunch. Girl dinner! Let's do some tapering. I think Trans Week visibility ended last Wednesday, but I'm telling you the story anyway. I thought, do people not know what a week is? I thought weeks were generally assumed to be either Monday to Sunday or like Monday to Friday or something like that. Why are we ending weekly stuff on a Wednesday? Besides, trans people are always visible, not just for 1 week. Okay, I do need like a little hint of an earring at least, like here, I think. Just the one. Like that. Maybe it's a bit high up. Like, oop. Here. Is that the Pokemon Victory tune you were humming? No, I was humming along to the track that's playing. Oh, shrink selection. That's not the correct tool. Lasso. Those icons are the same. This was posted on Reddit, I believe, and it was a woman talking about how one of her male co-workers regaled her with how his child came out to him. Basically, he was telling her he was relaxed at home one day and he's handed one of the greetings cards that said, "It's a boy." The woman was saying that's so cute to come out, and the guy says, "No, it bloody wasn't. I thought he was pregnant." Aww. Jump scare. Time to cosplay as Batman and take an anti-allergy pill. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Okay, let's get some colours on this boy. This convenient palette I have down here. Let's turn off the sketch layer. Oh, let's use this old trick. Put the little lighthouse on that. And we go down here and we select this thing that looks like a cupcake. I don't know why it's a cupcake. And then we're going to go around like that. Fill in these bits. That's about as much as we'll get out of that. Turn off the lighthouse. Go back to this. I love my son and he is an idiot. Mm-hmm. Lock that layer. Just this. Close my eyes and I slipped away. What? Props to him adjusting to pronouns that quick, even though it only happened that weekend. Oh, very good. We love to see it. This one's like this. Oh my goodness, I'm sneezing a lot lately. Excuse me. You finished Lion's Arch, yay! Hope's playing Guild Wars the way I play Guild Wars, which is that they're just doing map completion. Kindred spirit. Thank you. I think that's missed the Yorkie bar story. Of course, I'm only guessing that they have Yorkie bars in Ireland. Sometimes it's hard to know. Sometimes there are. Sometimes you talk about stuff and there's like no differences, and then sometimes you'll just touch on something random and it's like, nah, Ireland doesn't have that, and you're like, what? I know they're a different country. I know that. So are Wales and Scotland, but I'm pretty sure I've seen Yorkies there. Okay, let me move this over just a sec. Let me grab you. I'm pretty sure that's the same color as horns, but. We do, but I don't eat them. Blue has she out here being gay and doing crimes, and you can't stop me! I'm gonna eat all your Yorkies. They're delicious. Mmm. Illegal chocolate. The secret ingredient is crime! Delicious. Okay, so yeah, so I know it doesn't have to be exact, so it's like one big one at the top. You have a bit poking out. He's still always just like slightly odd until he put his like little markings on him. What's love got to do? Get to do with it. What's love but a second-hand emotion? We make the crimes, you're not doing crimes, so then legally you aren't doing crimes anymore. Yesn't. Wasn't that a thing when potatoes were introduced? No one would touch them because they were unfamiliar with them, so some noble filled a bunch of his lands with potato fields and hired guards with instructions to accept any bribe by anyone coming to steal them, and they became popular real quick. People be silly. And quick to try to make money from people. And then lastly, his little snoot. Mm-hmm. Okay. I think that's everything off that one. I need to do the, like, cut-off lines on all of these. They grow quick and easier resistant to the elements, so once some people got a taste, they took off like wildfire. I mean, yeah. Can't go wrong with a humble potato. They're popular for a good reason. Okay, we did another one. Nice. Oh, it still needs to be shaded. Tell you what I need to do is, because I keep having to, like, go back and grab the shading color, which is this dark blue, is what I've opted for. What I need to do is, I'm going to put this on sketches. Actually, no, I'm not, because sketches is at 40%. So I'm going to put it, I'm just going to put it on like a top layer somewhere. Shading, color. Put it near the clover. What? Just so I got it saved. Saves me having to go back all the time and get it. Giggle shading. Super nutritious and calorie dense. Mm-hmm. So many people like them because your body eats them up and goes, oh wow, there's so much stuff in here. I love that. Divinity's Reach as well. Nice. I went through and did all the capital cities. I think I did. Once I actually had like taken to going to Lion's Arch, because from Lion's Arch there are portals. If you found the portal hub, which if you've 100% presumably you have, from Lion's Arch you can portal to any of the major cities. So I just went and 100%ed the major cities from there. That was just my experience. Obviously, you play the game how you want. What level story quest are you on now? And what's the name of it? So apparently drives people crazy. People who know better crazy when they see potatoes in the wrong time period, because they were basically a huge advancement in food security that changed so much if it hadn't gotten in sooner. That's true as well. That's true. It's just one of those fun. The more you know. All right, this one having the light source change, because basically, in this instance, I always want the character's face to be illuminated. So because both of these are facing in this direction, the shading has been on this side. So because they've all been facing that way, I've done all the shading here and here. So I'm going to be flipping that on this one, because we want the face to be illuminated. So the shading is going to be on this side. Almost level 50, it's 5 helping hands. It was to story helping hands. Refresh myself where that is. Chapter 5. Ooh! I just looked at which chapter is after chapter 5. Nice. Nice. Have fun. For those in the know, which is probably Core, and I'm going to assume that potentially Das remembers, the chapter after chapter 5, Helping Hands, is chapter 6, The Battle of Claw Island. Oh no! I will say nothing more. I will say no more. That's a good one. That's a good one. A lot of people remember Claw Island. Whoa, it's always a good time. So yeah. Oh, well, Helping Hands is also fun because I've just refreshed glancing at the page. That's where you pick people to help, which is fun. It's like I'm going to be in the fun later. Yeah, it's a good time. Fun in quotation marks. Don't spoil it for them. It's fun. It's memorable. Also, you've met Traherne now, I think. If you don't recognise that name, don't worry about it. But you've met Traherne now, haven't you? You met Traherne, Silvari? It's been so long, I've forgotten when he turns up. He's just always been there. I had a nightmare the other night that was a young teen and was playing with the storm drain tunnels and hurt herself. It was from a midday nap, so I decided to ring Mum and hear her voice. Aww, that's really sweet. Sorry you had a bad dream. That's really sweet that you called her, though. I'm sure she appreciated. Mums always appreciate having their kids call them. You know, assuming that you have a good relationship with your parents. Also, in case you were worrying, Hope, the fact that I asked, have you met Traherne yet, does not hold any relevance to Claw Island. Before you start worrying. I just remembered because I saw his name and I was like, oh, you've met Traherne? I know you told us about how you met Tybalt, because we all love Tybalt. Love Tybalt. I don't know a single person who went for the Order of Whispers who doesn't love Tybalt. I know people who didn't pick the Order of Whispers who love Tybalt. I don't remember the names on my first playthrough, so I need to have more time with them. That's fair. You will have more time with Traherne, and he becomes quite important. It's one of those ones where it's like, because you've just met them, you probably don't know how important they are, but they'll be around a lot. That's why I was like, oh, you've met Traherne. Also, I like how you said first playthrough. You're already planning on doing another playthrough. I love this track. This track is my current hyperfixation. If anyone follows me on Spotify, you've probably seen me listening to this a lot. But in the underground, there are no names, just a kick drum, heartbeat, pounding his name. It's the friction. Come closer to me. Can you breathe you? I need you. Come closer to me. Do you know what you do? It's the friction. Come closer to me. Breathe you, I need you. Come closer to me. Do you know what you do is the friction? But in the underground, there are no names, just a kick drum, heartbeat, pounding pain. I told her about the dream, and she said, "Oh yeah, I used to do that loads." Shouldn't be surprised. Oh my god, my dad did the same thing actually. Yeah, my dad told me a story about there was some like storm drain pipes not far from where I grew up. My mum and dad, very localized. They like grew up, went to school, got married, had kids, all within a very enclosed, like close area. It's probably why they're not keen. Mum isn't keen on moving because her whole life has basically been there. And he told me, it was like, oh, up on this bit there was this, you know, big pipe, and we always used to go up there as kids and we would play. You know, it was, oh, it's completely blocked off now because it's dangerous. And I was like, no kidding. Oh, is there another one coming? Or have I scared it off? Blech. Maybe with an alt, that's true. I also have alts that I haven't done story with. Could always do it together. Funnily enough, I think Tala is on Claw Island in her story, but like I think every other character I've made, I basically haven't done story on them. Because as I was saying yesterday, I really haven't played much with my other alts. The song indeed has a feel. It has a good vibe. I like it a lot. The Midnight. You might hear lots of streamers play the Midnight because they are okay with their music being on Twitch. At least I feel like a lot of the people I follow also all play the Midnight. Although, to be fair, that was where I learnt about them. Like, damn, this music's good. And then one of them just briefly mentioned, like, oh yeah, they're okay with their music being played on Twitch, so I listen to them a lot, and I was like, oh, yoink. Ran around in circles and never asked why. I don't want to be inside. Here we go. Blech. Mum's been great when I came out, but it's funny how she said, sorry, I can't help much because I've never been a girly girl. Aww. She's always been a self-proclaimed tomboy. Aww. That's me, though. That's me, though. I'm also a tomboy. Never been very feminine. Literally, I think the most feminine I've ever been in my entire life was on my wedding day. I'm pretty sure there were a large portion of the wedding guests who looked at me and were like, I have never seen you in a dress in your life. And now you're in full-blown wedding regalia. There's a time when she suddenly came to me with a bunch of jewelry saying, these are passed down from mother to daughter, so they're yours now. I never got much use out of these, but they'll look pretty on you. Oh! My heart! Oh! Don't that just warm the soul? Oh, I'm so happy for you. Oh! That's so sweet. That's wonderful. Oh! Beautiful. I cried. She was like, well, duh, of course they're yours now. Oh! Blessed. Okay, we'll carry on and do another one. Might see if they want to adjust the text or not. Okay, we're not touching the edge there. Good. Okay, our next one is the little cuddle one. Lines. Don't need the clover on this. I just put my lens on the wrong layer. Now I have to redo all of it. Oh no! What color is your sketch layer? Is your sketch lines, are they a different color from your line art? Or do you just use a grey? Since the house recently got a big clean out with the floor renovations, she was like, wrong layer, that's a bingo. No! Downcore! Big clean out, the floor renovations, she was like, oh yeah, none of my old clothes fit me, so take any you want and I'll get rid of the rest. I don't think she ever threw out a piece of clothing in her life, judging by what she had. You could tell she hadn't even worn a bunch of the dresses. So now I have a bunch of stuff in my wardrobe. Yay! It sounds like I would get along with your mom. Because I also don't throw things away. Tracing a mountain ridge I found I wanted to draw. Ah, okay. Okay, that probably would be a bit more tricky. Never mind. But I seem to recall there was like a tip that I saw somewhere about like, oh, if you accidentally draw line art on the same layer as your sketch, but I think it's mostly if your sketch layer is a different color. It's to do with like manipulating the contrasts and stuff. It might be a bit difficult if you're drawing over a photo. I think I said this the last time I did a sticker for PK that had an additional person in it, and I was just like, I've defaulted to canine because so many people are canines. But I was like, do you want the YCH species to be something else? And they're like, nah, I can be a canine. I was like, okay. I just did it by default without really thinking. She could have entered those bodybuilder contests if she ever wanted to. That woman used to pack on muscle without even trying and broad shoulders. Ah. So not physically like me. Bonus for me because it meant a bunch of those just fit me despite her being shorter. Well, there you go then. Move this out. Curve this around a bit more. Although we once again come back to, oh no, there really were just no signs. It's so out of left field, just so surprising. Really, no signs, like at all. What? Why? I mean, that's the wardrobe stuff only happened recently. Oh, I might have misread that. I might have misread that. But also just kind of like the vibes of like, if we could tell, your mother could probably also tell a little bit as well. Looking through my own folders to try and find something, but it's like my brain is flatlining. What was I looking for? Yeah, I always somehow manage to do this the wrong way round. I think, which is that curves around like that. She was unfazed, I will say that much, and very supportive once she understood. Aww. Bless. I just wish more people could have as pleasant an experience as you. Because obviously, for a lot of people, stuff like that does not go well. That's why it didn't look right, too high up. Hello, stray bit of line art. Let's get rid of you. I'm going to do that on a separate layer. Don't like that C. Well, thank you for the health check. Ah, water. Water. Okay. We finally got one. Ow. Come. YCH stands for you cheese. You're cheesy harlot. Wow, you take that back. As I'm not referring to anybody in particular, no. Very well. Very well, then. Forgot about that. Just that little bit of a tear duct. I kind of want to do this bed cover because it's like quite a large thing that's covering a lot of the stuff. So I'm going to do like that corner around like that. Is a group of kobolds, a pack, a pile, a catastrophe, a mischief? Didn't we look up what mischief? There is an animal that is a mischief, but I don't remember what it was. A problem, a shenanigan. Problem works as well. I think it's just down to personal preference, really. Mischief of raccoons. It was raccoons, right? The collective. Yes, we've talked about this before. When I was like, "What's the collective of this?" and someone was like, "But," and I was like, "No, that's the plural." I'm asking what the collective is. Fall in love with me. I look like all you need. do that again. I'm not happy with it. Hi, Das. Enjoy Warhammer. Hopefully, you actually get to play this week. Yeah, I think that's starting to. That looks like I've gone a little too over the top now. Maybe they'll look a bit better if I thin them. Especially think that one's. I think the problem is that's too long because I feel like it being long implies that it's being pushed down a lot, and Lucky's light because he's only little, so it would only be pushing it down a little bit. This one is just another one of those weird ones where it's like you sit here as an artist and you go, "Have I ever drawn a bed?" I don't know if I've ever needed to draw a bed. Heavy with the weight of his sins. Wow! Lucky did nothing wrong. Switch corner. This line is being a bit funky. Just line width. Gumshoes, our favourite detective. Hey, pal. I can't do the voice like Spook does. He has a good voice for him. Okay, so I do want this to come to a point like here-ish over the top of that line like that, if we can. Yeah, something kind of like that. I might move the whole thing up just a little bit, but we'll see. Capcom really hit it out of the park with a lot of their IPs, huh? Yeah, they did, actually. Like, I actually didn't realize Ace Attorney was also Capcom until I was researching for the Japan trip, because obviously I was like, oh, we should go to, like, see if there's some kind of Capcom store for Monster Hunter stuff. Because I was like, yeah, we're going to get some Monster Hunter stuff while we're there. Because, like, Monster Hunter stuff, hard to find over here. So I was like, we got to get some Monster Hunter stuff while we're in Japan. And there is a Capcom store. And there was literally, like, a video tour that someone had done of, like, I'm going through the Capcom store. And there was a bunch of Ace Attorney stuff. And I was like, I forgot Ace Attorney was also Capcom. Ah! I wouldn't know what to get Ace Attorney-wise. I bet they have loads of the pin badges. You know, the attorney badge that he has, so I'd probably get one of them. I bet they have those. But they also have Okami, which I did remember, and I was like, oh, there's Okami merch, let's go! I want to get a plushie Amaterasu. I even said to Spook, after I'd worked it out, I was like, we're not big on itinerary person generally, but I said I want to go to the Capcom store before I go to the Pokemon store, because I was like, let's be real, when I go to the Pokemon store, I'm probably going to buy a lot. So I said I want to go to the Capcom store first, because I don't want to go to the Pokemon store first and spend all of my money. So I was like, we'll get Capcom store first, or I will probably buy Monster Hunter stuff, Okami stuff, and probably an Ace Attorney thing. And then probably all of it's going to be at the Pokemon Center. Get all the life-size Pokemon. I don't have the room. I mean, we don't really have the room for Archer, but he's here anyway. Did you see there is a life-size Totodile now? And I'm like, yes, the best starter. And there's also life-size Spheal, which I also really like. I also really like Spheal. I do have a Totodile plushie, but I don't have a Spheal plushie. And I was like, okay, this does not look correct being so sharp. That looks better. Happy accident. That looks better. You'll never financially recover getting a life-size Wailord. I don't think they make one, funnily enough. I don't think, funnily enough, that Nintendo could financially recover if they made a life-size Wailord, because who would buy it? The best starter is any starter besides Pikachu. It's a little unfair. It's a little unfair. Pikachu was my first starter. I had Pokemon Yellow as my first Pokemon game, so I can't shit on him entirely. I don't like how overused he is as a mascot these days. But he was legitimately my first Pokemon. Back in the day, Pikachu was my favorite Pokemon because he was my first Pokemon. I think he was technically also the first card I got from the TCG, because Pikachu was a common card, so I opened a booster pack, Pikachu, and it was like, ah! And yeah, and I had Pokemon Yellow as my first Pokemon game, so I used to say Pikachu was my favorite Pokemon. And then as I got a bit older, and I started to get a little bit overwhelmed, I think, with just the sheer amount of Pikachu everywhere, I changed my favorite to the good boy, Arcanine. So I can't say I hate Pikachu. I do still like him. A friend has the life-size Spheal. She called it Sisyphus because she had to roll it up her stairs. That's amazing! I love her. She gets a thumbs up from me. And probably from Curls if you tell Curls that story. You should tell Curls that story. Both me and Curls love Spheal. I liked Spheal beforehand, but Curls was at my house when I was playing Legend ZA, and there is a quest in Legend ZA where you have to chase after a Spheal that is, like, stuck rolling down a hill. Like, the quest starts at the top of a mountain, and you basically run down the entirety of the mountain after this Spheal, and the whole quest is literally just like this text box of this Spheal screaming Spheal in all caps as it rolls down the mountain, and we were both just cry laughing. So we both really like Spheal after that sort of, like, shared experience. Spheal! To be honest, I think a life-size wheel is really doable. You just need a plush the first day. The first day, inch or two, the rest is a helium balloon. I think I understand what you mean. The first, say, an inch or two. Right, yeah. But then is it a plushie? Is it a plushie if it is not made of a plush material? Then it's just a balloon. My first Squirtle was a Pokemon named my first Pokemon was a Squirtle named Tidal Wave. Oh, very cute. I will choose one of my mods. Hey, nice, very nice. Yeah. Spook's first was a Squirtle. Yeah, he picked Squirtle as his starter. I don't think he nicknamed it. Spook doesn't tend to nickname his Pokemon, and also I didn't back in the day as well. Because we all know me. Names are hard. So back in the day, I didn't nickname. I tend to not nickname on most playthroughs, but there have been like times where I've replayed a game and then I'll do nicknames. And I tend to go all or nothing. It tends to be if I give one Pokemon nickname, I will nickname all of them. So my main first playthrough of most games has no nicknames, but obviously these days I usually will nickname an Arcanine Archer. Just if there's an Arcanine in the game, I have a lot of Archers over many games. And obviously in the Nuzlocke that we did on stream, we nicknamed them all because that's technically an unwritten rule. You have to nickname them all so that you get attached to them. The outside will be plush, so yes. But you said say the first inch or two is plush and the rest is helium. Oh, do you mean like inwards? I thought you meant like along its length. It's the only one I named, fair. I don't have the ability to name as well. Names take me a while. Names take me a while, famously. I remember some of my team had an Alakazam and a Pidgeot. The thing about Gen 1 and like Pokemon Yellow especially is that typically you'll find a lot of people had very similar teams back in Gen 1. Pokemon Yellow was the worst for it. A lot of kids, because like as an adult, like you can make the active decision of like I'm gonna have this. As a kid, if you had Pokemon Yellow, you had your starter Pikachu. You then got the Charmander, the Squirtle, and the Bulbasaur they gave you. You probably had a Pidgeot because most people statistically preferred Pidgeot over Fearow. You may have considered getting a Dragonite if you knew about them, but you probably didn't. You probably got the Snorlax. And that's likely your team. You might consider swapping something out for the Eevee. But yeah. You should go with the theme in names for different games, foods, it's references, different languages, etc. Nice. A lot of my nicknames will be references and like names to things. Like I named a Salazzle Raishan because poison, which was the name of the green dragon from Critical Role. Green dragons breathe poison. I had a in a playthrough. I did a Sun playthrough where I nicknamed everything. So I had a Lopunny. I had a Lopunny on my team. I had a Lopunny called Hyzinthlay, which is a rabbit from Watership Down. I had an Arcanine, so I had an Archer. I had a Lycanroc, which I actually named Cookie, which I think was a recommendation from a friend, but I don't remember which friend. I think I literally was like, I need to think what to name this. And they were like, the little rocks around the neck look like chocolate chips, so call them Cookie. And I was like, that's really cute. So I did. And I had a Alolan Ninetales that was called Kokio, literally because the Pokedex literally has a thing where it's like, Alolan, in some places, this Pokemon is nicknamed Kokio. And I was like, sure. HMs did bottleneck things. Ripped water types that became HN slaves in Gen 3 because you needed Surf, Waterfall, and Dive. Ugh. I'm kind of glad that the franchise as a whole moved away from HMs. I get the need to progression lock things, and it's just games being games, but oof, I'm glad we've kind of moved on from it as a mechanic. I'm trying to, like, I think I just need to redraw this line. I'm not happy with it. Let me just pull it out. Like I'm extracting a thorn. Just get rid of that. I think I need to redraw that because I kept fidgeting with it and I just wasn't happy. Always keep my starter on my team. I am also Chief, keep your starter on your team. I am big keep your starter on your team person. But for that reason of, like, you know, people having very similar teams in early Gen 1, that's kind of why me and Spook both really enjoyed. We played a ROM hack of Crystal. We should continue it. When we had a brief period of we were like traveling to see people, we put it on our little laptop that we have, just Game Boy emulator and this ROM, and we would play it for like half an hour in the evening. And it's called Crystal Legacy, and it's like a modern. It doesn't change like the core game, but it's like upping Pokemon Crystal to modern standards. So it's got like modern XP curves, modern moves. Even like it actually like tweaks a few. Like it makes Cut a bug type move to give it more viability in fights, and it ups it to like a 50 damage attack to give it more viability. But it makes like HMs deletable and things like that, and the move tutor. Just loads of good quality of life things. But it also really changes up the spawn pool in Root, because the person who made it did like a video sort of talking through all of their decisions, and they were like, weirdly, Gen 2, not a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon spawn in certain routes. There's a large amount of Gen 2 Pokemon in Gen 2 games that are not available until the post-game. Like, for example, Houndour. You just can't get a Houndour until you beat the Elite Four. And things like that. So, yeah, and we did a playthrough, and we were like, okay, we're not necessarily going to limit ourselves to only Gen 2 Pokemon, but we want to go for Pokemon that we basically have never had on our team before. So we picked up a Heracross, because neither me or Spook have done a playthrough with a Heracross on our team. His name's Ringo, and we love him. He is a beast. He absolutely destroys things. He is so strong, and we love him now. Which Stanji will be proud of, because Stanji likes Heracross. What am I doing with this? I'm not happy. I think I need to go over the sketch again. I'm trying to get, like, the little brow ridge in. So we do have a Houndoom and a Houndour, because they spawn earlier in the game. So you can get a fire type. So even though they kept it being like, oh yeah, you can find Growlithe here, and I was like, my boy, I was like, no, we'll have a Houndoom for our fire type, because we want a different team this time. We do have a Magneton, because we both have had Ampharos. Like, if you played Pokemon Gold, Silver Crystal, you probably had an Ampharos because Mareep were available early on, and you were like, cool, there's my electric type sorted. So we both have had Ampharoses, so we were like, okay, we want a different electric type, and we were like, we don't encounter Lantern for a long time, because we were literally looking at the spawn lists. We were like, we want to look at the spawn lists and calculate what we want for our team. So like, we don't encounter that for a while, so we're going to go with Magneton as our electric type for something a bit different. And it had been given the steel typing, and we were like, cool, we have a steel type on our team. There's Gen 2's sort of, you know, two new types, dark and steel. We did catch a Horsey, and it is now a Seadra, because we were like, we are going to get a Kingdra. Never had a Kingdra on our team. So that's going to be our dragon type and water type. I think we have boxed our starter because we wanted a different team, but I think we picked Quilava to start with. I don't remember what we called him. Funny enough, I remember what my Quilava was called in the Nuzlocke we did. Tesco. What a wild name for a Quilava, but it was actually great. Pokemon Too Many Types playthrough then. Oh my god. I've seen that game. Oh my god. Ugh. Overwhelmed. Why can't I get this right? Yeah. So yeah, that one is a recommendation from me. Pokemon Crystal Legacy. They've done a Yellow Legacy, which I was eyeing maybe just doing a private playthrough of because Yellow was my first Pokemon game. So I thought that would be fun. And again, they've done the same thing where they like mix up the spawns a little bit and stuff. So instead of everybody ending up with, oh, I have a Pikachu, I have a Charmander, I have a Bulbasaur, I have Squirtle. I think literally Route 2, you can get Vulpixes. So they're like, here, have a fire type early on to encourage you to have a different fire type from Charmander. Because in Gen 1, it's like, oh, you want a fire type? Fuck you, they're all on Cinnabar Island. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah. Your hand is cold. I think that's a little bit better. I don't know. I'm overthinking again. Imagine me overthinking. And they are currently working on Emerald Legacy because the first two were so well received. So they are currently working on a Pokemon Emerald revamp. Again, just like modern changes to the XP curves, quality of life things. Ultra Beast playthrough would be interesting, only you're a long way off from getting them and they are a bit strong. Yeah, they have quite high base stats. You're basically limited. Basically Poipole would be your starter because Poipole is the weakest one, and then you would kind of be limited. That would get pretty easy pretty quickly. I have to log off for now. Yeah. Love you, Hope. I'm assuming you're going to go get some dinner or something. Will we see you later, or are you not going to be around? Aww. Cute. I love your hug emote so much, Nemo. And you said it's just one of the Twitch auto animate ones. I may have to steal that if you're okay. Steal that idea. Go for it. Okay, thank you. Maybe turn up for stream, but I won't be playing. Fair enough. Fair enough. Huh, where's... It's 5 o'clock. Where's Spook? Where is my husband? I miss him. She's usually home by now. You just caught in a bit of traffic. Yeah, he's around the corner. Just a bit of traffic. It's there for everyone. That's true. It's just the literally doing a hug emo. I worry about these things. Like if you guys remember when I made the pop emo, I was worried of like, do you think I'm going to get in trouble for this, guys? And everyone was like, it's literally a public emo and everyone is doing it. This is the only one that was animated. The rest is Twitch auto animate. Nice. Yeah. So many things I need to do. It's literally almost been a full year. I still haven't redone my intro and break screens and all of that. It's amazing that we actually even got a new background, or got a background at all, I should say. So, but I gotta try. The key thing is, I keep being like, "Oh, I'll do it while I'm off for break," and then the other part of me is like, "It's a break. You shouldn't be doing work." Ah! There he is. Yay. Which means I'm probably gonna be finishing this up. Because we got grocery shopping to go do. Okay, well, because this is like all solid. It's literally just like throw color at it. Just all of this has color on it. Hi, Raz. Finishing, but I just got here. I know. I'm sorry. You know my stream schedule. That's on you. 11 Coles was reading The King in Yellow, and I said something like, "The weather is nice in Carcosa," and you repeated it to her. Would have loved to seen the look on her face. I think I was in a voice chat for that one. So I don't think I got a facial reaction. It'll be back in 3 hours. Yeah, it's a Friday. We have second stream. I just realised that connection only makes sense in my head. The bird I'm hugging is the bird in yellow, the Carcosan canary. I did know that. Weirdly, I did know that because you've told me that before. So actually, the jump, like, I didn't question the jump. I didn't question the jump because I think you told me that before. Hello. Oh dear. The sound of Spook getting the vacuum cleaner out, which generally only means one thing. Hi, you okay? Why?
I've got no headlights.
Oh,
So,
fun.
Need new bulbs, so I'm going to sort that out tomorrow morning.
Fair enough.
So I might do the shopping then, whether you're up or not, will be a different
Fair.
matter.
Okay. Oh, what do you want for dinner then? Fair enough. There you go. Pat, you gonna go shower then?
Besides, if I go and shower, you'll delay dinner by another sort of 3 years. So I'll skip showering until
Okay.
afterwards.
Okay, well then, that's why I'm like, what do you want for dinner? Hope says hi.
Hello.
Yes, Twitch, that is a link. Yeah, if you put a dot in something, Twitch thinks it's a link for some reason, even though there's no, like, www or whatever. Which is interesting because I'm pretty sure I have a thing to be like, hey, links aren't allowed. But maybe it might be VIPs bypass that, I don't remember. There's a Beldam. Va. There. There you go. I should end there then. Let's put the pen away. There we go. Here we go. We finished another one today. Did one and a half. We did 1.5. I also really need the bathroom, so that is a good time to end. But yeah. It means I don't have to rush as much, which is nice. Because on Fridays I do have to tend to rush in going and getting groceries, and then also getting food, and then also doing the second stream. So I can actually go relax for a bit, and maybe make something a bit more complicated for dinner. And we'll have a little look and see what we have. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. Right. And so we're going to be playing Repo tonight. Oh, that's what I should do. I need to test the mod pack. In that I need to make a mod pack and test it. But time is still real ouch, so I may try to sleep, but best of luck to you, a Repo stream. That's fair. I hope you're able to get some sleep, and I hope that the tummy pains go away. So, yeah, I will see you guys later on in about 3 hours. 3 hours, we are going to be having our second stream where we go play some Repo with the gang. So I hope to see you then. But if not, enjoy the rest of your Friday, enjoy your weekend, whatever it is you get up to. We will be playing Ace Attorney on Sunday. And, yeah. So take care, everybody, and we'll be carrying these... We'll also carry on with these stickers next week as well. Blah, 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 blah. I think that's everything I need to go over. Right. Take care, everybody. Love you loads. Enjoy yourself. Tell your friends you love them. Bye-bye.